Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Saturday, July 19th, 2025. I hope you're having a great day. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I've been involved in the work from home space for 19 years now, and I've been fortunate enough to be working full-time for myself since 2018, and it's my true passion to help other people generate mailbox money using social media and direct mail marketing. So with that being said, in this video, I am going to answer the question, what 100 postcards a week can really do. Okay, a lot of people, they always ask me how many postcards I mail out, and there's a reason I don't tell them, and it's simply because I don't want them comparing their journey to my journey. All right, I know that there are people in this industry that mail out 10,000 plus pieces of mail every single month. I know there's some that just mail out 20 postcards a week. You know, you just get in where you fit in. In other words, whatever your budget will comfortably allow you to mail out, that is how many you mail out a week. So if I tell you I mail out X number and you can't afford that number, then that is going to put it in your head that you're not going to get the results that I get, right? So that's why I don't tell anybody the amount of pieces of mail that I mail out each week, because it doesn't really matter how many I mail out. We're all on our own journeys, all right? And if you're just starting out and you can only afford to mail out 100 postcards a week, that's awesome. You know, you're taking action. You're doing what 98% of people never do in this industry. So you're already way off to a better start than most people if you are doing any type of mailing at all, right? But enough people have asked me now, so I thought that I just do this video and answer what 100 postcards, mailing out 100 postcards a week can really do for you. So if you break that down, based on a 4-week month, you're looking at 400 postcards a month that you're going to be mailing out. And I'll just tell you this, we have resources that will help you cut the cost of all these mailings, all right? If you join any of my programs, you get all of my resources, and we have ways to cut the cost way down, okay? Legit ways. So just keep that in mind, okay? And I can't guarantee you'll make any money if you join me in any of my programs, simply because it's based on your work ethic, and most people don't have a very good work ethic. But with that being said, if you mail out 400 a month, at a 1 to 5% conversion, you're looking at gaining 4 to 20 leads, all right? 4 to 20 leads. And out of those, you might get, anywhere from 1 to 2, maybe three sales, 1 to 2 to maybe 3 sales out of those per 400, okay? But this is the key here. If you go and you mail out 400 a month and you only get 1 sale your first month, all right? And maybe you won't, I don't know. I've had people that go and they mail out 100 postcards and they get 5 sales right away. Then I've had other people that go and they mail out, 400-500 postcards a month and they don't get any sales for their first few months, right? So it just depends. And I can tell you that if you brand yourself like I do, and you drive everybody over to a page like joinruss.com, go check it out if you haven't been there. I'll show you joinruss.com, and you brand yourself, right? Look at joinruss.com. You brand yourself, and you show people that you're actually walking the walk and not just talking the talk, and you show your results when you start getting them, you're going to get higher conversion rates. All right, because people are going to say, oh, wow, let me go check out who this guy is or who this girl is, and they're going to see that the person's taking action and creating content, and you're going to get better conversion rates. This example right here is basically for people who are just mailing out postcards. All right, so you mail out 400 a month, you get 4 to 20 leads and 1 to 3 sales, maybe, possibly, okay? But the cool part is, that's your first month, all right? Now you go and do that a second month. So now you have 800 postcards in circulation, all right? Now you have anywhere from, say, 10 to 40 leads into your systems, all right? And I show you how to set up our systems that we have. All of my opportunities have a system in place that do all the selling and telling for me. So all I do is drive people over to my systems, and the systems do all the follow-up work, all the selling, all the telling, everything. And once in a while I might get a phone call or an email with somebody asking me a question. That's it. It's simple. But your efforts will compound over time, right? So your first month you have 1 sale. Your second month you might get 2 sales. Your third month you might get 5 sales. You just don't know. It all compounds. So whenever you send out a postcard to somebody, I always use the analogy of planting a tree. It's like planting a tree, right? You're not going to plant a tree and then have it grow and fully mature overnight. And it's the same with the postcards. I've had people join me who've told me that they've had my postcards sitting on their desk for months before they finally join. So just because you mail out 100 postcards this week and you don't get a response doesn't mean that those 100 postcards aren't working in the background, because they are. They're totally working in the background for you. All of them. So if you stay consistent with this for 90 days, you'll start seeing things happen. And even if you get a lead in your capture page, that's proof that it works. It's working, right? And over time, some of those leads that you get into your systems will convert to sales. All right, it takes the average person a dozen times or so to see an opportunity and actually look at it before they join it. So these are things to keep in mind when you're doing this type of work, when you're doing this type of marketing. I call it work, but to me it's not work, because I'm passionate about this. I eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff, But results compound with follow-up. And if you have systems in place that send out emails on your behalf after a person requests more information, you're gonna get, it just compounds. It works, folks. All right, that's my point. It works. Consistency equals momentum, and momentum equals income. And that's what you have to do. You have to stay consistent. You're not going to get rich with 100 postcards. You have to think long term, like I talk about. You have to think long term. You have to follow up with people and have systems in place that follow up and stick with it. Most people give up after a couple of months because they're not getting the results that they think they deserve. And you just have to not give up. That's the biggest thing, is staying consistent. And if you do stay consistent, you'll get results over time. But if you can mail out 100 postcards a week, you're doing very well, okay? That's a very good place to start. It's a very good place to start. And just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you'll start seeing results. And then if you want to really step up your game, you step out of your comfort zone and you make videos like I do. You create video content and you share it on YouTube and Facebook. And you share your story with people. You let people know who you are. You create posts on both platforms showing what it is that you're all about. I post stuff when I go out on rides with my wife. I post the books that I read. If our daughters are in town visiting, because we have adult daughters that live on their own now. If they're in town visiting, we'll post stuff about them. What stuff at our soap shop, whatever it is that we're doing, I like to share. You don't have to be like go super details. You just let people know that you're a real person. You want people to resonate with you. I'm just a regular person. I don't have a huge email list. I don't have a huge following. I don't have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. In fact, I've had my YouTube channel for, I don't know how long, for many years, and I never really did anything with it up until recently. So my subscribers, I don't have many subscribers. I don't even think, I'm closing in on 1,500 subscribers right now. Right? When I probably could have had tens of thousands if I would have started doing videos back when I started my YouTube channel. So I'm just a real person who shows up every day, takes massive action, and stays consistent. Because I want to be a winner. I don't want to be a loser. Who the hell wants to be a loser? Who wants to give up on themselves and their families? Most people tell me their why is their family. Most of those people quit. So I'm not quitting on my family. I'm going to build a mailbox money empire, which is what I'm doing. I'm going to build generational wealth like Dexter Yeager did for his family. If you don't know him, look him up. He's the top earner in Amway and passed away many years ago now, and his family still receives over $600,000 a month in residual income from the work that he put in back when he was alive. That's what I'm doing. That's what I want to do. I want to know that while I'm here, I have time freedom and I can do what I want when I want for as long as I want and not worry about cash flow. And when I'm gone, I want that for my family. I want to know that my daughters are going to be taken care of. My wife's going to be taken care of. Our future grandkids are going to be taken care of. That's what I want. And that is a strong enough why for me to not give up. And that's why I show up every day, create content, share my results, send out mailings, and stay consistent. And it's as simple as that. Consistency is the secret sauce that everybody looks for. It's just not giving up on yourself when you're not getting results that you think you deserve. That's it. So I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you want help, you can visit joinruss.com. All right, I have a newsletter here. I have coaching. You can get a phone consult, 60-minute phone consult. I have a 30-day momentum program. You can see the opportunities that I'm a part of and connect with me on Facebook and YouTube and ask me any questions that you have. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching.